20 gauge buckshot, and I didn't hit my tire. Excellent. Got the Elite Stalker back. Took 3 weeks instead of the 8 that I anticipated. 3 1/4 pound trigger. Too late though. I've got the Scout. Wait till you see this one. Alright y'all, this saga is about over with. This is my final product, or final setup that I'm going to be hunting with this year. The Elite Scout, the Elite Stalker, I tried to find someone to work on the trigger, and I was unable to do so. I finally heard back from one gunsmith, gun shop, and they said they'd do it for $125, which, had I got it in a timely manner, the answer to my email, I would have gone ahead and done it. But I never heard from them, so I had to do something because hunting season's coming up here in about another month and a half, and I finally sent the action off, got a hold of CVA, talked to a human. They're going to do a trigger job on it, but you can't specify what you want the trigger to be. You end up with whatever they send you. And the other one's 5 1/4 pounds. I love the gun. There's nothing wrong with the gun, but the trigger is atrocious. And so I did finally send off the action, and I don't know what I'll end up with. A 3 1/2 pound trigger, hopefully something in that neighborhood. But in the interim, I called the local gun shop, and they had this. And I'm telling you, this is what you need if you're going to be able to primitive hunt. This is the CVA Scout. Okay. This particular model, it comes with, this one has a fluted barrel. It comes with several different barrel lengths, anywhere from compact with a 20 to a what this one is, a 25-inch barrel. I have put a new scope on it. This is the Grand Slam, Leopold Grand Slam. It's got a illuminated reticle. This is 3 to 9. But the gun, I absolutely love the gun. I think it's like 38 or 39 inches overall. Comes with a recoil pad on the back, which, believe me, you're going to need it. As I said in the previous video, this 35 Whelen is a thumper. Now, I've already put a little sling on it. It weighs in at, without the scope, it weighs 5.8, I think, and with the scope and everything, it's closer to 6 pounds, 5.97, somewhere in that neighborhood. But and I have already zeroed this at 100 yards. It is on the money. You can strike a match with it. There's a few other items that the other one didn't have. If you notice, the trigger guard, okay, it is also where you break the gun down, okay, which I like. This thing's making a racket, this swing, but and it has the hammer spur. This is ambidextrous stock, Monte Carlo on both sides. It has a hammer spur on it, and that is also ambidextrous. You can remove it completely, or you can swap it over to the other side. And no safety on the gun. You just cock it, and it does have a transfer bar, but you just cock it, and this gun comes factory with a 2.7 pound trigger. Exactly what I needed. Same camo stock, and it does have some texturing here, but I'm telling you, for a primitive gun, I don't know how they consider this primitive, but this thing here is sweet. And for me, the trigger makes it, and it's got more of a conventional stock on it in the back here. It's not that crooked looking thing, which the other one is fine. The trigger though, I'm not a big deer hunter, but I take it very seriously when I squeeze that round off. I don't want to cripple an animal. I don't want to have to look for an animal. I want it to drop in its tracks, and I've been fortunate so far because of the amount of trouble I go to ensure that that's going to happen. But this is a CVA Scout in 35 Whelen. Like I say, this is the gun if you can get your hands on one of these, and there should be plenty of them out there. If you're not a purist, a black powder purist, this is the way to go. A 2.7 pound trigger, that's a factory, and I mean, there's no creep. Once you start firming up on it, it goes off. Some of that came out. I mean, the trigger is right there. Love it. This is 416 stainless. The MSRP on these is 480 bucks. You ought to be able to find one for 370, somewheres in that neighborhood. But this is going to be my final gun for the primitive hunting season here, and I absolutely love it. Now it does give you a thump if you're recoil sensitive. This is not the gun for you. And if you already own the Stalker with their heavy trigger, and I know it's common because different forums I read, they complained about it, but you can send it off. I found finally, it's too late, but I finally found someone who will work on the trigger, give you the trigger you want. So if you have it, I'll put the link down below, and you can talk with those people. But I didn't want to push my luck. I think CVA says a 7 to 8 week turnaround or sooner. Well, that'd put me right at hunting season. I couldn't take the chance, and I called, and there's a gun shop south of here had these, and he told me all of his guns had a 2.7 pound trigger or lighter, and I had to go take a look, and then that's when I saw this, and you know, 380 bucks. It's not a huge investment, but you have a gun that's going to last a long time. I mean, this thing here, it is sweet. This is a CVA Scout. I like the 35 Whelen, and I like the stats on it, the ballistics, and this right here as opposed to the other one back here, for breaking it down. That is really nice, because the other one did have a tendency to kind of get in the way. This is all one piece. Super gun. super gun. I'm not going to show zero in it. You saw me out there shooting the other one, but take my word for it, this one is dead on the money. And with a 2.7 pound trigger, I'm not going to have a problem dropping a deer in its tracks. And the 35 Whelen is capable of dropping just about anything you might hunt here in the United States. Black bear, elk, blacktail and whitetail deer, hogs, definitely. But if you're looking for something like this, the CVA Scout V2, can't say enough about it. Good little rifle. It's not going to break the bank. And I appreciate y'all watching. Catch you later. Bye.